Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and I have a really fun, cozy fall day video for you. I have a big kitchen update. We actually have some cabinets inside. We're working on wedding favors, and I have some new beautiful decor to share with you. So if you're new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. I was lucky today to be able to meet my honey for lunch, which we don't often get to do. We went to one of our all-time favorite restaurants called Magnolia's. It's in Purcellville, Virginia, and it is such a beautiful restaurant. We have had so many family celebrations here. The food is always good, and the atmosphere is even better. Today, I'm just having my favorite bison burger with some sweet potato fries, and my honey is having his favorite, which is chicken and waffles. Although I'm not able to decorate the inside for fall this year, I really wanted to be sure to decorate our front porch for fall. So I stopped on the way home to look at some fall garlands, and I really wanted to find a new wreath to hang on my front door. I had stopped also at a couple farm stands on the way home to look at their pumpkins, and they were great, but they were a little bit pricey, and I'd wanted to buy a whole pile of them for my front steps. So I stopped at Home Depot, of all places, and they had so many different types. They had gourds, they had those warty pumpkins that I love. They even had these pumpkins that I had never seen before. They were yellow with orange stripes. So needless to say, I filled the back of my car with as many as I could carry, and the plan is that tonight, after the sun goes down, we are going to decorate the front porch for fall. So this has been a very exciting week for our home addition. The kitchen had been drywalled last week along with the room on our lower level. The drywall really enabled us to see the bones of the room and what we will have to work with. Earlier this week, our hardwood floors were installed. If you remember, we chose this beautiful hickory floor that was very close in color to what we had here previously. The new floor goes from our front door all the way through the new kitchen addition. I just think this floor is beautiful. The planks are a little bit wider, and there are so many different variations in color that it will coordinate with just about anything that we put in the hallway or in the kitchen. I am just so happy with it. And this is where we are today. Over the next couple days is going to be the cabinet installation, and the contractors just left for lunch, so I wanted to pop down and take a look and show you where they are at kind of on the moment here. So in the front here is our island. They have a couple of the cabinets all set up there. So on this side, as you can see, there's going to be some drawers here. We have our trash and recycling cabinet with a drawer on top. This is going to be where the sink is going to be. It's going to be like a big farmhouse sink. So what they'll do when the sink comes in is they'll cut this piece and set the sink right inside there. Next to that will be the dishwasher, and then next to that will be one of those little tray cabinets, which I'm honestly really excited about because I like to separate my trays for the ones that I use for baking and the ones that I use for cooking. So this is the section I am really excited about. This is our dining area. So this is where our table is going to be. We're going to have a little buffet there in between the windows. That's a separate piece. It's this really beautiful darker oak color. It'll be right in between those windows there. And then on this wall is where we will have some more cabinets and countertop. And on top will be, where in the middle there is where the china cabinet is going to be. It's going to be an all glass cabinet. It's the one I'm most excited about because that is where I'm going to, switch out everything for the holidays and for the seasons. So it's really coming together. There's just so much to do, and little by little it's starting to really look like a room. I love my floor. It's a little bit deeper than what was here before, and I love all the different colors. Like it has some, you know, really dark pieces and light pieces. It also has like little wood knots that I really love because, you know, it kind of leans a little rustic without being too much so. So I'm excited. I think this is going to look just beautiful. I'm happy to be able to see a little bit of my den again. It has been so funny. We have like 2 rooms that are not full of stuff or covered up in plastic, and we've kind of been living in those spaces for at least a solid close to 2 months now. So the finish is really in sight. I cannot wait to cook. I have been daydreaming about cooking. I miss it so much. I always thought it would be really fun, you know, not to cook for a couple months, but I miss it and my stomach misses it. So I'm really excited to get free reign of my house again. So this is our update. I don't know if I'm gonna share another update with you until we do you know, the final reveal, and I'll take you guys through the kitchen when it's all put together. I'm excited about it. We have painting to do. They still have to do, of course, the trim around the windows, but they really think that they're going to have everything done by the end of October. So by Halloween, this should all be put together. I'm so excited. I think that it is going to be beautiful. So my friends, I hope that you guys are okay with a little wedding talk because we have a project that we're going to be working on today. And you know that if my craft table is full of stuff, then there is something fun about to happen. So today we are going to be working on wedding favors. Now, I love wedding favors. I think they are such a nice personal touch. I think that it's fun to give everybody just a little something, you know, to go home with to remember your wedding by. And I really do think that they look so pretty on the tables when everybody comes in and sits down. And what we're going to be making for Rebecca's wedding is simmering spices. Now, her wedding is very close to the holidays, and having simmering spices on your stove just really fills your house with that, I don't know, like something great is baking in the oven, and it just smells like the holidays to us. So we thought that would be a really fun thing to give everyone to, you know, remember her wedding by. So some of the supplies that I have here, as you can see, there is a lot of stuff. So the first thing that we have, of course, are the jars that the simmering spices are going to be going in. Originally, I was going to do just a regular jam jar, but I saw these on Amazon and I thought they would be really perfect. I think they call these like yogurt jars maybe. And I love the shape of them. I think they're 7 ounces, which would be like a really perfect amount for simmering spices. Because what you usually do is in a really small saucepan, you put your spices in and then you add, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 cups of water to it and you just kind of let it simmer, you know, a little bit all day. It just makes your whole house smell like Christmas. So I have our first batch that we are doing here. There's 40 here. And then I also have just a ton of spices. I'm not really going by any recipe. We have always just randomly added spices to the pot and it all has worked out in the end. So let me tell you what I picked up here. My favorite thing are these dehydrated oranges. I will leave links to all of the different things that I got in the description box down below for you. But these oranges are just beautiful. They're all like perfectly shaped, a bunch of different sizes there, and they smell so delicious. So we're going to be using the oranges. I also have some dehydrated pears we're going to add. And then I have a bunch of spices. I have star anise, which I think is probably the best spice out there for simmering because it just smells so delicious. I have some cloves here. I have some cinnamon sticks that are flat. I also have, some regular round cinnamon sticks. I have some dried cranberries. I thought these would be really perfect, you know, because it's the holidays. You add a couple red berries in there. I have some whole black pepper, which will add like a little spicy aroma to your simmering spices. What else do I have here? I have some bay leaf, and I have some green cardamom, which is so fragrant. It'll really add a lot of spice to your mix. So what I'm going to do is basically divide these spices among my jars, and then I have some ribbon here that we are going to use to kind of seal the jars up a little bit. We're going to, instead of like wrapping it around the jar, we're going to be hot gluing them over the cork. It'll help to keep the cork in place, and it'll be really pretty because we are also going to add a little wax seal to it. So I got these wax seals. They're actually stickers. They have a little adhesive there on the back to make them, you know, really easy to use. I got these on Amazon as well, and I got them in like this really pretty kind of brushed gold color. I don't know if you can really see that really well. We seem to not want to focus, but I think these are going to be really pretty with the ribbon, and if that ribbon looks familiar, it matches the lanterns that we made a couple weeks ago for the centerpieces of the table. So I think it's all going to go really well together. So we've been working away getting these favors all put together. I thought I would take a little break and check back in with you guys and show you what they look like. I could not be happier with them. I think this choice of these jars was perfect. I love the shape of them, and I really love the way all the spices look when they're all layered in there. I think it really does remind you of like an old-fashioned Christmas. So I have, let's see, I think I have 14 done, and we are going to take a couple and completely finish them. So I have the ribbon cut. I have a little ribbon cut here, and we will use the little wax seal, and we'll see what they look like when they are all done. So just a quick update, I decided to use E6000 to adhere my ribbons to the jar because the hot glue, although, you know, it was quick and easy, once it dried, it popped up pretty easily from the jar. I just think that it doesn't make that great of attachment to glass. And E6000, usually once you put a little dab on this, it is good to go and holds forever. And I would be really sad if I finished all the jars, I brought them and started setting them out at the reception, and one by one the ribbons popped up. So I'm going to head and go with my E6000. You can find this at Hobby Lobby, on Amazon, Walmart, pretty much anywhere. So I have all the favors all boxed up here. I think that they came out just perfectly. That E6000 was the way to go. Once these guys dried, they are holding on for dear life. I have them all boxed up because we still have, you know, several weeks before the wedding, and we're going to be transporting these over to the reception. I have them boxed up here next to the lanterns that we made a couple weeks ago. And the only thing I really have left to do is to finish up the table numbers and to do the card box. And then we are all ready to go. I have this big box here from Canyon Hollow Decor. I cannot wait to share with you what's inside. Now, I am somebody who loves subscription boxes, and I especially love Decor subscription boxes because I just think that they give you an opportunity to fill your home with unique pieces that you may not be able to find locally. Now, Canyon Hollow has two different subscription boxes. They have a quarterly subscription box, and they also have what they call a mini monthly subscription box, which that's what this is. And as you can see, it's not too many. So their quarterly comes out 4 times a year, and they have more seasonal things in that box. This box, however, has just, universal items that you can have in your home all year long. So we are going to open it, and I'm going to share with you all of the fun things inside. I hadn't peeked inside yet because I wanted to open it with all of you guys because I had seen online how beautifully everything is packaged. So right from the get-go here, they have this beautiful wax seal. I want to see if I can get it off of here without damaging it. That's so pretty. It says Canyon Hollow on it, Decor. So let's open it up. Oh my goodness. I mean, look how beautiful that is. It is more of like a gift being sent to you than really a decor box. I love that they have all of these little threads in here. I'm definitely going to use these for an upcoming craft project. And some of these boxes have beautiful ribbons on there with these little gold spoons. So I'm going to take each piece out and we'll unwrap it and see what's inside. So I pulled you in a little bit closer so you can see each piece up close. So I picked this one to unwrap first because it had this card on here that has the description for all the pieces inside of this box. We're going to put it to the side because I like to be surprised. So this is such a beautiful riser. I love the scalloped edge of it, and I really love the iron legs here. I already know how I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this at my sink when my kitchen is all done to hold, our different soaps and sponges and things like that. I think this will be so beautiful. It'll elevate that whole area. And I want to use wooden pieces like this to accent the new kitchen. So I think this is going to be just perfect. So next up is that package with these really pretty gold spoons. So I'll just put these on top of here. So on the front of this box, it says that it has personalized coffee syrup dispenser set. So let's take a look. I am not a coffee drinker, but I know that there's so many different uses for all of these pieces. So let's take a look and see what they look like here. So we have the nozzles there. Oh, and I love this. It even comes with a funnel to use to fill them up, which is really such a great help. And it has all of the different labels. So you can put like caramel, brown sugar, French vanilla, salted caramel, peppermint, all of those different stickers. Let's see what these look like. Wow. These are really nice. They are like a really nice weight. And quite honestly, so like I said, I'm really not a coffee drinker. But I think what I can use these for are for my little sink area, and I can put my different dish detergents in there and probably hand soap. So you would just put this in, shove it on down there after you fill it up, and it'll be a really pretty soap dispenser for your dishes or your hand soap. I just think these are so nice. And like I said, they are such a nice weight. I always worry about having glass around the sink because I'm afraid, that it's going to break. But these are so heavy that I think that they are weighted enough that they're just not going to tumble over. This other box is also decorated with one of those gold spoons. So I'm going to put that over there. I really think it's more like getting little gifts in the mail than an actual decor box. Open and see what this is. Everything is packaged so well, which I love. That means that everything comes to you in one piece. This is so pretty and simple. I think it would go in just about anyone's kitchen. I love that it has like almost like a white enamel there with a wooden base. Like I said, I want to use a lot of wood pieces in my kitchen as accents, and I think this is going to go perfectly on my stove. And I really like the way all the pieces look together. The last piece is this sweet little box. It also has a gold spoon attached to it. Let's give this a little opening. So inside here we have, oh how sweet, a little creamer. So this little creamer is so sweet, it's very neutral. It can go in just about anybody's kitchen or anybody's coffee bar. And I think that these little gold spoons here look so perfect. These pieces can be used in so many different ways. Like I am going to be using them at my sink for the different dish soap and hand soaps. I'll put this beautiful spoon rest on the stove or at my holiday cocoa bar, along with this adorable creamer and the little gold spoons. I will leave all the information below for Canyon Hollow, and they were kind enough to share a special link and discount promo code for my viewers. I really do think this is the best time of year for these kinds of boxes. Beautiful decor comes right to your door, and it's already wrapped perfectly to give as gifts. So that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm getting really excited about sharing recipes with you once again, once our kitchen is complete. You know, with the upcoming holidays, there is so much to share, so much to bake, and so much to eat. Don't forget about our 12-week Christmas prep series we have going on Facebook. I'll put a link down below to my Facebook page and the Christmas prep planner on Etsy so you can come along and prep for Christmas with us. So until I see you in the next video, I hope that you love the life that you have. Be kind to each other, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.